Two check, 1 2. Welcome or welcome back. I am your most illustrative host, Michael D. Nicola. How are you? This is the last piece I worked on. If you're here for the first time, this is the stream where I make the sausage. I make the proverbial sausage. I'm parting the kimono. I'm letting you in. I'm showing you how it all gets made behind the scenes. I'm pulling the wizard out from behind his curtain. Yeah, welcome. First, before I get into all the process stuff, I just want to take a moment to thank my patrons, thank everybody on my Discord channel, my YouTube subscribers, my Twitch subscribers, everywhere, everyone who's involved in just the support of this channel. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I started making YouTube content that wasn't streaming in shorts. I'm kind of the third aspect of YouTube content I've just started making. So it's been nerve-wracking. It's been a real pain in the butt, to be honest. I'm rusty. It's so weird, man. When it comes to just streaming art, like this piece. What's up, Praetor? When it comes to just streaming artwork, I don't have any problem, man. Showing you guys the rough stuff, showing you guys the incomplete stuff, talking about my process, talking about how it all works, how it all gets done. I could just go, man. I could talk about this for hours, not worry about it at all. But goddamn, man. The second I've got a camera rolling in front of me, or the microphone's on, and I need to speak about my art in a coherent fashion for a YouTube video, all composure just flies out the window, as if I barely had any to begin with. I mean, I barely had any to begin with. But what's up, Praetor? How are you? What's new with you, cutie? All right, where were we? All right, so I got to do some more. I got to do some more art. Sitting outside, 80 degrees, sunny weather. 80 degrees is too hot for me, boy. 80 degrees is too goddamn hot for me. I don't want anything to do with that. 80 degrees. For me, 70 degrees. Honestly, best temperature for me is like 55, 60 degrees. 55, 60 degrees is like, that's the money zone, man. That's where I want to be at. Okay. There was a nice cool wind, a cool breeze. Where are you again, Praetor? Praetor face? All right, let's try to do. Oh fuck me! God damn it! How do I fucking undo what I just did? Ugh, God. How is it still in a stack if there's just one in it? Get this the fuck away from me. Southern Indiana. So maybe I'm used to nasty heat. How hot does it get in Indiana? I know here, around these parts, it can get into the hundreds. Yeah, it can get into the hundreds. Not much higher than that though. Fucking where are you, motherfucker? All right, let's see. It's a brand new day, so that means we're gonna be sketching y'all. Hey, MB Works. How you doing, buddy? What's new with you, man? Haven't seen you in a while. God, it's hot as fuck in here. It's 85 degrees in this room with the air conditioner on. That's too hot, man. $85 with the AC on is too hot. Yeah, no, man. Fucking stinks. Yo, MB Works. Are you going to TwitchCon? What's up, Mikey? Been busy trying to put out work. I got my first con upcoming next weekend. Nice. What con are you doing? Dude, I haven't done a convention since last October. I did New York City Comic Con. Yeah, no, I'm not going to TwitchCon either. I realized, man, I was looking at the Artist Alley TwitchCon area, and I realized I knew like 3 people on the whole, you know, list of guests. I was like, shit, man, I really don't know or hang out in this platform anymore. I mean, I stream here, but like, I'm not a member of the community here. Like, I could say that pretty firmly. Hey, Maro, welcome back. Welcome back, Maro. I'm happy here. How's your day been? Hot, man. I was just telling these guys, it's somehow like 83, 85 degrees in this room and with the air conditioner on. I'm like, why though? Why are you like this? What the fuck? Hey, what's up, Bale? Welcome back. It's cooler outside here than in your house. Yeah, I don't know. Alexa, what's the temperature outside?
Right now, it's 76 degrees Fahrenheit.
What the fuck?
Tonight, expect a low of 71 degrees.
Hold the fuck on. Are you shitting me, dude? With the air conditioner on in here? Oh, you know what it is? It's the goddamn... You know, I always forget about this. It's got to be the computer. I think where I am right now is 106 degrees. Okay. Listen, fuck Alexa, because here's what it is. It's 86% humidity outside, man. I was just looking at the weather. I'm like, hold on. First off, and also by the way, it's not 73 fucking degrees, dickhead. It's 77 degrees with a real feel around 83 degrees. And it's because the air is wet as shit, man. It's tropical rainforest humidity outside. 86% humidity, man. You get wet lung with that. Fucking alright, now it makes sense. Fucking Alexa's fucking shit. Yeah, my computer adds, yeah. Plus, I'm right next to my computer. My lights are all off, though. Oh, dude, no camera stream for the foreseeable future, man. Camera streams are done. Not forever. I don't know. I hope not. But yeah, camera streams are off the table, man. My camera just decided to break, and I don't have warranty or anything because I bought it a couple of years ago off of some Vietnamese broad. But it worked perfectly. It wasn't like I didn't buy it from her broken, but it just completely shit the bed. It's 78 in North Carolina right now. Feels really hot though, probably because I'm wearing a hoodie. Why are you wearing a hoodie, dude? What's up, Praetor? MB Works. What kind of work you churning out these days, man? Are you still doing portrait stuff? Hey, railway shitter. The railway shitter. He's coming to shit on your railways. What happens if you do take a hot fucking dump on a railroad track and a fucking train gets it? Does it smush it flat or does it go splat? We may never know. Hang on, I'm brainstorming. Wait, Maro says, cause I like it a lot and I'm insecure. Wait, you like your hoodie a lot? What's so special about your hoodie? What's so special about your hoodie that you would wear it, you know, with the temperature, how it is? I'm trying to get away from real illustrations and portraits for a bit and do full-on illustrations. Dude, that was tough for me, man. Yeah, MB, did I ever tell you that I started off years ago doing just photorealistic portraits? That was my forte. It has combo effects over blam splat. I dig it. That's dope. I have an idea. I have an idea I'm cooking up. When I was a kid, my grandpa asked to look at my Guinness World Record book. After looking for a big, he came to the room and announced that he knew the guy who set the record for throwing cow dung the farthest. How do you know him? Were they lovers? Did he fuck this guy? That's how he knew? Your grandpa said, Sonny, I once got plowed so hard by the dung thrower. The next morning he woke up and He threw fucking cow feces across the county. Yeah, we talked about that before. It's a rough gig getting away from it. Here, in case anybody has never seen it before. Actually, put the last. Let's see. Where the fuck are you? Oh, you know where it is? I know where I put you. I was actually showing people. I was showing people this just the other day. Because I think people were asking me where I got started making art. And it was portraits, so I showed them this. So this is what I did. All I did was capture likeness and sketch portraits. Actually, this one isn't done, but I thought it was done enough to sell. But it was in this vein. It's all I like doing. But then I felt like what ended up happening is I ended up feeling like a fucking printing, like a fax, like a scanner. And I thought for a while about how, you know, if I'm just copying a photo, what the fuck good am I? Like, yeah, it looks cool. Oh, you're able to, you know, you're able to recreate this in pencil. It looks so real. Well, you know what else looks real? A fucking photograph. Like, what am I bringing to this? It's one thing if you're doing like an oil painting, but you're like actually like trying to elicit an emotion. I wasn't doing that. I was just basically copying a photo as best as I could. And the other thing is, people who can't draw, they love this shit. To me, if you're not adding something to this, like if you're not bringing your own artistic stylizations or your own emotions or your own storytelling to portraiture, you are a fucking glorified shitty camera. You're a fucking photo filter on Instagram, as far as I'm concerned. And the thing about that is, like I was saying, it's the most pedestrian level of art. And here's a portrait I did. Similar. Not as photorealistic. I try to stylize this a little bit more. I try to kind of merge the two. But the weird thing is people fucking love portraits. They fucking love, like, photorealistic portraits specifically. They love them. They love the shit out of them. You could post even like half-assed ones. People will, on the internet, because they can't draw and they think it's a magical thing. If you could adequately recreate a portrait in whatever artistic medium, they will surround and applaud you. No, not you, MB. MB, I've seen your work, man. You add emotion to it. You don't just... Yes. Using photo references is part of your work. But I would say especially one of the most touching ones was the piece of all the hip-hop artists that you made. But like, that's like you making a beautiful collage of hip-hop artists. Like, it meant... There was a lot of emotion in that piece. That actually meant something. This is basically just a fucking nice Gal Gadot staring off into fucking space. There's nothing here. It's basically like, hey, look what I can do. Aren't I cool? And the thing is, people loved it, man. They couldn't fucking wait for my next one. Except I was completely what's the word I'm looking for here? I was left empty from making art like this. It wasn't a challenge. I wasn't thinking. Like, yes, I was thinking. The thoughts I was having was, how do I make this look more like the photo? Oh no, shit! It doesn't. Oh, it looks like the photo. Oh no, it doesn't look like the photo. So I started doing hybrids. I started kind of doing more stylized portraits, but it's still, if I like it for practice, I like unfulfilled. Thank you both. Yes, I was left feeling unfulfilled by my artistic creation, which as an artist, that sucks, man. When it feels like you're fucking creatively bankrupt, when it feels like you're a fraud. Yeah, no, that was pretty low, man. That was pretty damn low. So I decided, all right, no more portraiture, no more likeness. I am going to start drawing from my head. I'm going to start learning how to do anatomy without looking at reference. And guys, when I say that I made some of the worst art you could ever imagine, those first 2 years, man. Those first 2 years, it was basically I started from zero. It was basically me, not complete zero, but close, man. Let me see if I could find a real crapo piece. Oh boy, I think I may have fucking buried them. I think I may have found a way to digitally burn them. They were so bad. And I knew they were ass, I just kept going. I kept going because I thought, I think eventually I'll get better. And I did. It took so fucking many years though, so it was rough. Wow, I really did fucking, I must have fucking, oh hang on, I found a shitty one. There we go. Anatomy's wrong. He's got a baby hand. Legs all wrong. Proportions are off. Head's way too big. Yeah, no. I swear, this is the fucking... I don't know what I did with the rest. I think I just junked them, man. I feel like I couldn't bear to look at them anymore. It's too bad. It was too bad. Yeah, woof. Anyway. That's so good in my opinion. That's very sweet of you. Very sweet of you. Yeah, no, it's a bummer that I kind of, now in hindsight, I'm kind of wishing I had held on to a few, so I could show you guys what a mess it was. Boo, boo me. Ah well. That's when I draw full body. I hide all my arms and legs behind more portraits. Well, yeah, no, man. Yeah, man. Listen, it takes a lot to get to a place where you're comfortable with drawing from your head, which coincidentally is what I'm drawing right now. Let me see if I can show you. Here, I'll show you. Matter of fact, yeah, I'll show you. What the hell? I'll show you my desktop. Here. So these are all the tabs and windows that are open. The reference windows I have open. There's some nudie stuff on here. Let me see if I get rid of some of the nudie stuff. All right, here I've got basically my Pinterest window open, but to no pin in specific. I'm basically looking at Kim Jong-ji stuff because he is, when it comes to drawing from your head, Kim Jong-ji is a god. Kim Jong-ji is he's the creator as far as I'm concerned. When it comes to he draws something like this in like 30 seconds off the top of his head. That's how good he is. And then, I was looking at this, I'm like, ooh, I really like this color palette. And then I'm also on ArtStation just cruising around. I'm not even logged in. So this is just like, I'm looking at vibes. I'm looking at colors. This is generally what I look at while I'm drawing. These are my like loose inspirations, right? You can see I don't have any. The only photos I have open are the photos I was just showing you. I'll just shut these down. Jesus, how many fucking times do I have this goddamn? Wow, this all right. This window won't close. It's like I'm not gonna close the goddamn window. whatever. Despite my computer not working, you get the idea. This is me doodling off the top of my head and looking at other artists' line work as to what kind of lines I should make once I'm done sketching. I wonder it's hot in there, bro. When I have my desktop and Wacom going, it's like at 20 degrees. Yeah, the desktop, the Wacom, all my screens are on. Two stream decks, my iPad Pro. Yeah, it's hot as balls in here. Kim Jong-gi is almost as cool as Kim Jong-il. Almost. But yeah, no, it was years and years of practice to get to a place where I'm comfortable doing this, doodling this with you guys. With you guys watching, no less. Yeah, it was a long and painstaking road because, like I said, man, going from studying photo reference, which, all right, I know I came down hard on photo reference, but I think it was because it left such a sour taste in my mouth that I'm still a little bitter about it. And I think one of the reasons why I'm bitter about it is because I had accrued, I told this story before, I had accrued about like 15,000 Instagram followers on my portrait work years ago. So just from doing portrait stuff, I had all these Instagram followers. And the second I started my journey on becoming just a kind of a comic book art illustrator, a more kind of cartoon, classic comic book style illustrator, you know, which is stylized and not photorealistic. People just bailed. All the people that had, which I completely understand, right? It's like going to the local ice cream parlor you've been going to forever, and it's now like a froyo place, and you're like, I don't want froyo. It's like the owner changed his mind. He makes frozen yogurt now. Like, I don't want that. I want ice cream. It's that. So I get them for bailing. I'd bail too, man. Honestly, if I followed an artist for a specific style of art, and then that artist completely changed their style to something I didn't find as well, technically proficient or interesting or, you know, compelling. Listen, completely understandable, completely relatable. But at the time, man, my sense of self was already pretty fragile. Having to jump styles like that, and having to learn an entire new set of skills from artistically after I'd taken years and years to, I don't want to say master, but become pretty adept at doing portraiture. To then have, it's something about when you're seeing those. I built my PC from scratch myself. Yeah, well, actually, I had my friend Brad help, so I can't take full credit for it. Yeah, something about being a younger artist. You look at those Instagram likes, even if you know you shouldn't. You look at those Instagram likes, and you know you can't help but, I don't want to say get a big head, but you know, get this kind of, it's like getting applause is what it feels like. I'd imagine it feels something like, yeah, having a crowd right there with you, and one that, you know, isn't your friends and family. Not that their opinion doesn't matter, but you know, your friends and family, at least the good ones, they're always going to be supportive. Unless you've got an art critic and fellow illustrator at home to like really kind of kick your ass, your family's going to be like, oh, that looks great, good job. But to have people that aren't under any obligation to tell you that your shit looks good, and they love it and they want to keep coming back for more, that it feels good. Can't stress this enough, though. It's complete bullshit, and not something you should really hang your hat on as an illustrator, because the crowd is fickle, man. And as I learned the hard way, they can disappear. And then what? I used to draw for the likes, and then I quit caring, and I've been on a downward trend for the last 3 years. I've lost close to 12,000 followers. Really? Dude, I scrapped my Instagram account. MB Works. I don't know if I showed you or told you. Here. Where are we? There we go. Oh shit, did I not post this? Whoops. Whoopsie. Hang on. I just realized I fucking didn't post this. Hachi machi. Good googly moogly. Ooh, look at that. That's great. See, I'm loving this. I'm loving anime art, man. I'm trying to do, personally, I'm trying to move my style a little bit towards manga, a little less comic book, but still do both. Right? So a little bit more towards manga, but I still love me some classic comic book style. So if I could like find a way to kind of do both, like why not both? Do a little bit of column A, a little bit of column B, a little bit of stylization, Adventure Time style. You of a year ago is different being. Dude, I still think some of it sucks. Like here. Like just drawing that little dash for her nose, I fucking hate that. That sucks in my opinion. And especially if the thing that irks me the most, and Dale knows this, is oh, here's a classic illustration. Jeez. The thing that irks me most about manga / anime painters is that here, this is way more what I'm into, right? Give me some fucking definition, man. Art germ style works for me much better. I think he's a great example of somebody that can blend both comic book art and manga / anime. This one too, right? So this guy does anime-esque stuff ish. Little bit. You can see where he lends it. It's like this. It's this hybrid, man, which is what I like. Cause it's just, I think it's the, you know, it is. I think it's the portrait artist in me that when it comes to looking at a piece of art, and you're looking at a nose or an eye or a mouth, dude. Here, I was literally just looking at the one I was just showing you guys. Where is it? Oh man, did it refresh? Did it jump out? Poop. Man, I swear, like I had just pulled it up. All right, this is doable, right? At least there's a little bit more there. But I don't love the this is better. But like just a little dash for a nose, just a little dash for a mouth. Again, this is at least there's some definition there, right? It's just, for some reason, man, it's a stylization thing, man. I'm not saying that it's bad, or I'm not saying that it's wrong, or I'm not saying to do that is, you know, makes you any less than. It's clearly stylization, and even just to put that dash there, you need to know exactly where the nose is and where the nose shadow is and all that. But yeah, no, not my bag. Oh, hey, Maro. Maro, you hanging out on the Discord? Welcome to the Discord. Oh, wait. Shit, I forgot. MB, this is what I wanted to show you. Oh, Bima. Wait, first let me post my goddamn YouTube video. I mean, let me post my Instagram video. I went through the trouble of making an Instagram short, a reel, and then post it. But here, look. So my old account had over 20,000 followers. I bailed on that one, and I started a new Instagram account, and now I don't even have 1,000 followers. I've got 850. But you know what, man? I don't give a shit, dude. Here, let's see. Because you know what, man? Here, in the last month, my account reached 238,000 people. Now, you know, followers wise, I think I only gained. Oh, I gained about, wow, fuck me, man. In the last month, I gained 378 follows total. That's the gross. Gross or net? I forget which one comes after. I got 413 follows, 39 unfollows in the last 30 days. But I completely bailed on it, man. One of these videos did really well. One of these videos did like, here, this one got 57,000 views. This one got 47,000 views. And you know what? They were original, man. That's the other thing. It wasn't fan art. This one got 56K. It was just fan art, not fan art. There's a couple of fan arts in here. I still do fan art only if I really want to. Only if I really like it. This back row got 31,000. Again, oh, I should also double down on this remark. Those numbers don't mean shit. Don't mean jack shit. I didn't care if I got 100 views on some, which I did. This one only got 500. This one got 37,000. But you know what? It doesn't matter. Because I really like this one. This one was my crack at just doing a character design from the top of my head. Somebody's like, I want a smug Loki like royalty, and I was like, fucking, I got it. And I don't really jump into character design like that. I was like smug, kind of charming royalty. Yeah, let's fucking do it. And one stream, I just did it as a challenge. And this is something that I wouldn't have been able to do 4 or 5 years ago, or when I first stopped drawing portraiture. To get to this place, it took me many, many, many years to do something like this and to feel good about it. So, you know, as I'm looking at the numbers, this one got 570 views. But this busty babe, which I've drawn 1,000 times. I'm even drawing one right now. This is my bread and butter, right? I could draw this with my eyes closed and one of my arms tied behind my back with a pirate patch over one eye. I could draw this easy peasy, right? This is just, I could, you know, this is what I doodle in my free time. If I've got a pen and a piece of blank paper and I'm just doodling off the top of my head, drawing this frame instead of is my default. Anyway, I care way more about this than this. So it really it would have bugged me in my youth. But these days, I don't give a rat's ass. I kind of just care more that people are seeing my art, because I want to eventually get to a place where I can start making more money off my art. So that's kind of where my goal is. I just put my drawing on the Discord. Praetor says it best. Dopamine is powerful, man. All right, let's see. Are you put it in the art channel, he said? Or you put it in the comics channel? Where'd you put it? Oh, here. You put it in the you put it in the general chat. That's fine. But in the future, just make sure you put your art in the art channel, friend. Here, I'll give this a thumbs up. I like your concept, man. Is this your original character, or is this something else? All right, where were we? We were drawn. And thanks for following me on Instagram, MB. Don't feel like you have to, specifically because the other thing I've decided to do is just so I wouldn't get sucked in again to social media. And because I got intense with it, man. I was on social media for hours and hours and hours a day. I never got into Instagram arguments with anyone, but boy did I come close. And then it was starting to eat at me, man. You know, all these, because it's in these various algorithms, man. The algorithms are trained to just keep you there by whatever means necessary. And unfortunately, more often than not, whatever means necessary means keeping you there by keeping you upset. You know, having you upset and scrolling and engaging or not engaging with people. That's like a kind of this dark hole, this dark abyss. Also, looking at other artists and comparing yourself to other artists, and then looking at your likes and comparing likes to stuff that you've done versus other stuff that you've done. It's okay, Maro. You're brand new to the Discord. You didn't know any better. It's my Helva boss OC. I dig it. But yeah, I was getting completely consumed by social media. So I bailed. I bailed for that reason as well. So, which brings me to my other point is I don't follow other artists. I don't follow other artists on Instagram anymore. And that's basically just to keep me off there. But usually what I do to kind of get around that is I usually like and comment on a bunch of artists' pages who I like. And then the algorithm ends up showing me and recommending me their channels, their content anyway. So that's kind of a nice. It's kind of a nice workaround. Yeah, I think one of the hardest parts of being an artist for me anyway is the comparison game. I get really motivated for a few weeks, and then I got social media. I felt like a loser because I saw some shit that's better than mine. It's true. It's hard to. The thing about it is, man, you really. Hang on, I'm tired. Let me sit down. I'm at my stand-up desk. Time to sit. Time to sit. Get out of here. Ring light. All right, the desk is going down. The desk is shrinking. Shrinking. And it's down. All right. Let me move this mic down to greet my face. Okay, you kind of wish in art school they taught you this. It's that pernicious and honestly ubiquitous within the art community that you'd almost like want a mental health class for new artists. Comparison is it's dangerous, man, and yet it's near impossible to stop your brain from going there in both regards, because I've had it. I think it's toxic any way you cut it, to look at another person's artwork, especially a person who's maybe newer to it than you, and think to yourself, you call this art? This is shit. I could do better than this. I have done better than this. Or, you see an artist, you're like, oh, this is, wow, that's how many likes they get? Oh boy, right? Like, I'm not saying you do this even intentionally, but maybe in a moment of weakness, you have these negative thoughts. Those are bad, dude. I mean, like, I know it's near retarded to say no shit, stupid, but like those, I mean, like, it's not just a bad thought to have. I mean, it's toxic to you to be in that mindset of comparison, because inevitably no one's the best at everything all the time forever. So inevitably the day is going to come where you're going to stumble across somebody who's frankly just more competent than you in various aspects of your profession or your expertise. And if your ego can't handle that, you'll fall down a well of self-doubt, insecurity, imposter syndrome. It's endless, man. And let's be honest, dude, as art creators, we're not on the fucking stablest of mindsets, man. There isn't an artist I know who's like not on shaky ground emotionally. You know, who doesn't have like all kinds of past traumas they're trying to work through. Fuck, man, some of the best art is brought forth from, call it the muse, or call it what it most likely is, a form of coping mechanism. I think a lot of artists subconsciously or consciously process their traumas through their art. They really do put a little bit of themselves on the page. But what happens when you take that and add the toxicity of social media? It is a treacherous mix. And to me, learning the tools to sustain your social media presence by way of comparison and all the other negative things that come along with it. That's paramount, man. Dude, that should be taught, in my opinion. That should be taught like the same way you learn your fundamentals, right? The same way you have to learn anatomy and perspective and body composition, body proportions, positive and negative space. I feel like learning how to handle your shit on social media as an artist, that should be up there too, because it saddens me to think about all the artists who have suffered silently or otherwise because of these platforms, who maybe even honestly given up their dreams.
You're the best.
Have given up their dreams because it becomes so unbearable. It is an unbearable weight at times. Because also think about some of the most successful artists on social media that you know. A lot of it doesn't have to do with skill. Don't get me wrong, skill is clearly a part of it, but it's not the be all end all. But on social media, marketing can actually become more of a desired skill set than the actual art making itself. And so the most successful artists you see on the platforms aren't the nicest or the talent or the most talented or the most creative. They're just those who are most successful at being able to sell themselves and their art. Hey, yo, I'm also a sad artist. Hey, sad artists unite. Hey, Yaktub, thank you for the follow. Oh god, social media is awful. Everybody there just wants to ruin your day and get you some extreme paranoia, and drawing is no longer fun. There's probably always someone who will be better. This applies to everything. Art is also highly subjective. What you think is bad might not be considered bad by others. If we are doing comparison, take a look at what looks like a shitty painting by Basquiat selling for 100 million. By that measure, we would all be failures. I like that. Art is incredibly subjective. It's true. The parts of art that aren't subjective are the craftsmanship areas, the fundamentals of art. The fundamentals of representational art, right? The fundamentals of representational art they're not completely cut and dry because you have to make room for stylizations, right? For example, if you're doing manga stuff or, listen. If you take James Jean's work or any excellent artist you could think of, maybe even Kim Jong-gi himself, and you put a ruler to some of his proportions, are they all going to be exactly correct? Before, if you look at Kim Jong-gi's, if you take a little ruler, it's like, all right, the head is this many inches. It's like, okay, well then by that, her torso should be around here, her navel down here, which would bring the crook over, it's like, is she 8.5 heads tall? Is that at one point, who gives a shit, right? I guess what I'm getting at is bigger picture here, bigger picture. If you're an artist and you've got even just a handful of people supporting you who really like your stuff, it doesn't matter that somebody's better at, I don't know, man, anatomy than you are, or facial expressions. Whatever it is that you're getting down on yourself about. That stuff, comparing art to art. Somebody said this to me. It's like comparing dessert to dessert, or somebody's cake to your cake. So yeah, people love store-bought cakes, right? You know, you go into your local grocery stores, they have pre-made cakes. You go into your local fancy French bakery, and they've got these beautiful cakes. However, if somebody who you really like, who's not exactly a professional chef, makes a delicious cake for you, are you gonna eat that, like, you know, not perfectly frosted cake that tastes delicious? Are you gonna say, yeah, but it's not the same? This cake, yeah, sure, it tastes good, but it's not as good. It doesn't look nearly as good as a fucking French cake. I mean, you'd be a real piece of shit if you did that. But no, most people, most normal non-lunatics, you're just happy to have more cake, right? And so I guess the loose analogy here is that somebody out there loves your cake. And they don't love it because it's better than or worse than looking than somebody else's. They like it because they like you and they like your work. They may also like the other stuff too, or they may not. Someone once said to me, the only person that you should be comparing yourself to is you. So I try to remember that. Comic books. No one liked Mike Mignola's art. It's highly stylized. People hated his comic book work until the Hellboy movie. Now people can't get enough, and it pays lots of money for his scribbles that he does in minutes. Exactly. I get so much hate on my style on one platform, I just left it. What platform was it? Man, now I want some cake. But I dropped something I'm working on in the Discord. Yeah, let me take a look. Oh, by the way, the art channel is anybody can upload their art. Wow, holy shit. Dude, that's that Ghibli piece, man. Dude, this is great. Oh, I love it. Wow, dude. This is beautiful. Are you, dude? Tell me you're bringing this to your convention. Dude, tell me this is like your showstopper. Some of it's random. I've seen plenty of artists who are worse than me get paid to draw. Some even make a living at it. Yeah. Me too, Yoji. Now, don't get me wrong. Sometimes the monster in my brain, he shows up, and he says nasty things. He says nasty things about artists, other artists, and their work. But generally, I try not to these days, because it's just a bad place to be mentally. You know, it's kind of like how, you know, when they tell you not to be what is it they say? They say what's that phrase about holding a grudge or harboring hatred towards somebody? Let's see. Let me see if I can find it. Here it is. Here, holding resentment is drinking poison and expecting someone else to die. That's what it is. I found you a few days ago and I love your style and personality. Oh, Gek, thank you so much. Thank you. But yeah, so I would say the same thing goes to comparing your art to other people's art and getting resentful or bitter or jealous or envious is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. It does no good for you. Now, if you look at someone's art and think, wow, they are good, I want to, and not that, man, fuck, my work sucks, or not fuck them, or why is this person whose art why is this person who are art, you know, quote unquote, worse than mine? Why are they more successful than me? Instead, you're like, it's all about framing, right? It's all about perspective. You look at a person's art who's quote unquote better than you. How do I get to there? I'm a firm believer that when it comes to art, it's a matter of time and dedication. And that is it. If you're watching this right now and you're still new to art, or maybe you've been drawing for a couple of years, but you're still getting your legs under you, maybe you see my art or others and you think, man, this guy's got it all figured out, baby. or not even necessarily me. You watch other artists on YouTube or Instagram. Man, when I get to their level, I'm gonna have it all figured out. You know what? Not true. Dude, I am a ever long work in progress. I'm constantly working at my skill, at my craft, either trying to find new styles, trying to emulate other artists, and emulate other artists in many different facets, right? You should think about it more as a healthy competition. Yeah, no, so as long as it's healthy, man. You know, so as long as you're... I've known artists who have spurned themselves on by hanging around other artists that they're friends with. This notoriously was happening in a bunch of those image studio spaces, Yoji, in the comic book days. Matter of fact, it was I believe it was Wildcat that Dustin Wynn and Kennedy were working at, where being in that room with those other comic book artists actively, Kennedy told me this personally. He said it pushed him to new places. It pushed him to new areas of art. Yeah, being surrounded by all these incredible artists, it wasn't that you were running a race against them per se. It was like, but it was all like you were training together. At least that's how he described it to me. Now, there may have been some dickheads who were just like, fuck these other guys, some toxic assholes, because there always are. But generally speaking. Hey Gek, may I ask how you found my channel? Also, guys, my camera is broken. That's why I'm not on. I'm actually pretty bummed out about it. Because this was like a $400 camera that no longer works. Oh, somebody text messaged me. Oh, it's my lady. That's one part of Image. At other parts, like Extreme, they had to lock up Platt in his own office in the studio because he would tell other artists they suck. Wow, what a piece of shit. God damn it. That stinks. Gex says, I found you through YouTube Shorts. Then at 4 in the morning when I went through them all. Wow, do you have a favorite? Alright, you know what, enough with the let's see if we can't. Let's see if we can't get some inking in. You know what I did actually this weekend for the first time in a year and a half. I made a long form YouTube video. Guys, I was so rusty. Oh boy. Your boy was, I had to scrape the rust off, man. Well, being a hot artist at the moment and getting paid stupid amounts of money was very obnoxious. Yeah, no, all that image money at the time. For those of you who don't know, in the 90s, there was a comic book boom. Due to the speculative market and all kinds of other things, comic books became one of the most successful industries, art industries. I mean, there were artists who were making millions of dollars off books, I believe. They were selling millions of copies. Comic book artists were in Levi's commercials. It was insane. YouTube is going to be putting ads into their short videos. Nice. I really like one of the new ones where you did where your thought process of a vampire demon girl drinking blood in this dark castle looking background. Oh, hang on, let me see if I could find that. Oh, I think I know which one you're talking about. My friend Nick Arakawa sent me a message. I think you're talking about, where are you? This one, right? I had a silly idea to sketch someone drinking and eating. Then I thought, no, not soup, blood. Not anybody. A demon. Not just a demon. The sometimes demon of limbo, magic from the X-Men, aka Colossus's sister. I just kept what was fun about this one was I just kept going. For any of you guys who know improvisational comedy, this was my improvisational comedy. So I just kept, hang on. So I just kept going.
Step one?
Yeah.
I had a silly idea to sketch somebody drinking or eating soup, and then I thought, no, not soup, blood. And not just anybody, a demon. Not just any demon. The sometimes demon queen of limbo, magic from the X-Men, aka Colossus' sister, and she's got a giant soul sword, so why not put her in like an Elden Ring style background, which I added full of weird demonic things, and this is where we ended up.
Yeah, so oftentimes, oh, by the way, this exactly happened today. Matter of fact, maybe I'll make a YouTube video out of this. Check this out. So this is how it starts. I'm like, oh, you know what? I want a kind of girl doing magic hands is what I thought. And then I thought, not any girl, a girl who can control plants, and she's controlling plants with her hands. And the plants, I want the vines around her and around you. And I thought, you know who does that? Poison ivy. So yes, so for those of you who don't know, now you know, I'm drawing poison ivy. But it's because I kept yes-anding. Originally, I was just going to draw a girl the way I draw all the, I usually just sketch ladies like this. Oh, I gotta shrink her head. Her head's a little bit too big. But or like this the other day. This is my default. Sketching gals. Sketching gals is what I could do fast and fun. Yeah, that's the one. 90s comic book speculation, which led to a bust a couple of years later. Yes, but before the bust, comic book artists were making, I think some of them were making 50 grand an issue. They're getting several grand a page. For those of you who don't know, some artists get paid these days, at the lowest end, $80 to $100 to make art, to make a comic book page, which is disgusting, by the way. It should be illegal. Anyway, apparently, according to Yoji, this led some of these guys to be real pieces of shit to each other. Which, of course it would, right? Why wouldn't having money and power and notoriety, why would that get to somebody's head? Oh, Gek, there's a Discord server if you make your own art and you want to post some. You're more than welcome to. Our friend MB Works just posted his art in the art channel. I suggest you guys go take a look. I see Rum's been posting her art in there. You know what, to date, there's been lots of arguments in the Discord because we talk about all kinds of things. To date, I have yet to see anybody misbehave and say anything nasty about others' art, posted art in the art channel. And you know what? I'm saying this now. That's something I would put my foot down. If somebody was shitting on another person's art in the art channel and they were just posting it. Because like I said a few minutes ago, man, I think the only difference, as I was showing you my stuff when I stopped doing portrait art and started sketching people and doing comic art, my stuff was bad, man. It was rough, and it's because I hadn't really ever done it before. And when you're that new, you are a little insecure about your work, even for those of us with very tough exteriors. So yes, this is a warning, a very kind warning. Do not shit on do not shit on anyone else's work in the Discord. Not saying anything against constructive criticism. Constructive criticism is fundamental. Being able to take criticism as an artist, as long as it's context, right? So as long as it's earnest, meant to help. Because there's a difference between seeing someone's art and saying, oh, I see what you're trying to do here. What I would do or works for me is perhaps, moving the shoulder here or adding a little bit of foreshortening or something like that. There's a large difference between saying that and saying, jeez, somebody hasn't worked on their hands. Like none of that, man. That actually, I think that is not cool, man. You hear me, Miss Quinn, you animal? No, I'm kidding. She'd never do that. Well, we did say some stuff about a person copying. Yes, all right, well, that was different. There was a person in the channel. That person was up to no good, man. That person was like, hey, you know how vampires have the cardinal rule, right? Vampires never kill vampires, right? It's like their one rule. You can basically do whatever, and like you also like don't turn babies is usually another thing, right? No baby killing or no baby turning. You can probably kill as many babies as you want, but no baby turning and no vampire killing, right? You can't kill your own kind. This person was breaking an artist's cardinal rule, which is tracing another artist's art and then passing it off as their own and making money from it. That I have zero patience for. That I have zero patience for at all. In my mind, that's one of the worst things. That's the vampire equivalent of turning a baby. Kirsten Dunst style. I said nothing, I'm very nice. You are very nice. I might have to, man. I'm trying to get started in art, potentially to make a career doing concept art at the beginning of my journey. Dude, YouTube is honestly one of the best places to begin your art journey. YouTube, and if you search the internet, you could generally find excellent tutorials. I took a bunch of classes myself. I took an environmental design class. Where's my stool? Going to post a new thing in the art channel this time. Okay, great. Quinn, how are you? How's the engaged life treating you? What was that online class? Going to post a new thing. What was that on online classes? Yeah, so there's a bunch of websites that offer kind of an online school. The courses usually cost money, but there has to be deals, right? Or there's always the 5-finger discount, which I cannot condone publicly. Oh, playing Minecraft with your boss. That's adorable. Quinn, it was nice chatting with you about Love Island the other day. Oh yeah, so if you're just tuning in, I was sketching and minding my own business, and then I realized I wanted to draw poison ivy. Twas not my intention initially, but this is where we ended up, gang. So this is where we are. Oh wow, somebody liked my Pinterest. Wow, my first ever Pinterest comment. This is new. I didn't even know you could do this. Look at this. This is I posted a video, sketching anatomy practice time lapse. Somebody wrote, "Good job." I started poking on here as a fluke. I will thank them. Thank you. Look at me being. I was literally just on my Pinterest, trying to look for poison ivy reference. I done a Domestica course all about sketching and being loose, which really helped me not stress over my art and just accept that every mistake just makes it more personal. Me. Yeah, of course. Absolutely, that's what it does. And people, the mistakes are what make it. We mentioned this earlier, man. The reason why I stopped doing portraiture, photorealistic portraiture, is because it felt, even though I was slightly stylizing it, it still felt like I was copying. I wasn't tracing, but you know, I felt like I might as well have been, because it was that unfulfilling artistically. But the mistakes, that's where it gets good, man. The mistakes is where you exist in your art. The flaws are nice. I use Pinterest mainly for mind-boggling Lego D&D stuff, but I have a whole 300 pin drawing board. What kind of stuff you pin? Just art stuff? Well, after watching the first time now, I've started to practice female anatomy and faces. You make it look so fun. It's so fun. I mean, like, here, look. But also I've done it so often that if I take the ink layer off, this is all the under drawing I did, which is really not much to go on. Like, if you were a comic book inker and your penciler sent you this and said, "Ink these for me," you'd probably email them back with a bunch of slurs, a bunch of cusses. Ask him what happened. Did they have some kind of stroke or something? Because these are not pencils. But for me, these pencils are just fine, because I could see it. I could see it in my mind's eye. It's like, oh, okay, yeah, I know where I was going with this. Yeah, no, I'm glad, Gek, I'm glad I could help you, wanna sketch stuff, especially if it's stuff out of your wheelhouse. I do try to get out of my wheelhouse as well, as best as I can. How to draw. I think I'm going to jump off for a bit. Okay, Maro. Maro, I'm here. I'll be streaming here for, oh boy, at least another couple hours. I want to make a dent. I want to make a dent in this for sure. It's really good. You know, female anatomy gets a lot easier. Well, one with practice, but it gets a lot easier when you see when you know the shapes. So, you know, here's, you know, head, neck, shoulders, torso. Shoo. That's a little bit too much. Hips. Right? I like to use kind of a slight S shape for it all. I like to emphasize a woman's curvature is my shorthand. And then then from there I just build on that. And, you know, the rest of it kind of falls into place. But, you know, that took me, 30 seconds to do? What pad do you use? Maxi pads. The ones with wings. Heavy flow stuff. No, I use the iPad Pro 12.9 inch, and this one's old. This one's like 3 or 4 years old at this point. But yes, so this is basically what I would say the major difference between female bodies and male bodies is the curvature. Really, the curvature of a woman's body is, I mean, and like that goes from, I'm emphasizing hip and chest, or hip and waist, chest, torso, but it's all of it, man. Like if I were to continue drawing this, the thighs, right? It's all very, at least the way I like to draw it, it's all very curvilinear, man. Get those curves right. Get those curves right and you get it. Versus drawing a dude. For a male body, I would usually think in blocks. Big blocks. You know, already we're looking at a dude who's he blocky, baby. He got muscles. He blocky. Not nearly as you could almost see the squares stacking up. Sharper angles. Now again, it's very rough, but you get the idea, right? Maybe this is a Superman, maybe it's a Batman, right? Maybe you put a cape on him, put a couple little doopy doops top of his head. Cover him in black. Yeah, you get the idea, right? You need to think about this is called shape. I believe it's called shape language. You know, when you break it down to its fundamentals, you're just looking at shapes, you know. Look at that fucking thing. Look at this ugly fucking shape. But that's what we're dealing with, right? Like these are the shapes that we're dealing with. Also the line weight. I watched the video of a guy that was saying with female faces it lacks lines. Oh yeah, no, that's great. When you're dealing with a man's face, you can go nuts with the lines. Here, it's giving some bags under his eyes. Hell, let's darken his face up too. Let's give him some high-ass cheekbones. Let's give him a nose ridge. Square chin. Let's make him a little tired. But for lady's face, this guy's head's a little bit small for his body, but who's counting, right? For a lady's face, though, the more lines you add, the weirder, the less feminine it becomes. So here, so this dude's face, we're not really nuts with the lines, but you know, you can tell it's a dude. Is he happy? Is he perturbed? Who knows? Lots of shadows under his face. It's just super quick here. I mean, she looks a little retarded in the face. Let's see if I can undo that. She looks like a fish person. And that's what happens when you don't do your pencils right. Here we go. A very basic female face. Maybe a little more, maybe a little manga inspired, because we're cutting corners. But you get it, right? But you might be asking yourself, well, what happens if we start adding lots of lines to her face the same way we added lots of lines to the man's face? Well, I'll show you. Here, so we got a lady's face right here. Hair tucked behind the ear, perhaps. You read that this is a woman. Not just from the curves, but just from the very, you know, again, this is like super loose rudimentary faces, man. Like there's like a single line for the eye, a couple of dashes for the nose, a dash for the lips. Very, you know, manga style in that regards. But like I said, if you start adding lines to her face the same way we added lines to the dude's face, look what happens. You see how it starts getting weird? You see how she starts becoming less feminine? Isn't that crazy? Like, she looks rough, man. It's like, is that a lady that's gonna ask to suck your dong at the truck stop? Right, look at that. Just a matter of a handful of lines. Look at the face versus what we started with. See? She looks like she got into a bad fight with a shark. But if you look at the lines I added eyebrow ridge, nose ridge, nose bridge, I guess, lines, some slight under eye stuff, some cheekbones. I added some little wrinkles that you get sometimes if you're smiling or a little older on either side of your nose. A little bit of shading underneath the lip. But if you look, that's the exact stuff I gave the dude. Nose ridge, eyebrow ridge, forehead lines, lines on either side of the nose, lines underneath the lips, cheekbone lines. For a dude, no problemo. Still reads. But for a lady, it really fucks the whole thing up in illustration. So just, yes, for those of you who are taking notes, less lines for a female face, much less lines for a dude. You get away with a lot more. For a woman, you're gonna have to take it down a notch or two. And yeah, just to show you guys one more time, this is where we started. Very simple, very basic. It makes sense. And then this is what happens if you keep adding lines to it. Janky. It's jacked. Just doesn't work unless you're drawing a character who you want to look like this for one reason or another. Maybe she is a truck stop crackhead that you're writing about, but yeah, you get it. And then you can actually see it in the piece I'm drawing right now. Look how few lines I'm using for her face. There's also line when it comes to line weight. The parts of her line, the parts of her hair, very thin, wispy lines. Her eye makeup that I've added, and her eyelashes, very thick. Her mascara, thick. However, top lip, light. Bottom lip, a little darker. Right bottom of the top lip, darker. Corners of the mouth, darker. Here, you might not know this about your own face, but here, grab a camera or a mirror, pull it up to your face. Pull it up to your face, hold it up to your face, and you'll see the corners of your mouth, right? The very corners of your mouth are some of the darkest parts of your face. They look like little black holes. If you just take a shot. Here, I'll take a shot of my mouth. Here, look. See that? Black is black as night. But seriously, my shitty facial hair aside, your nostrils, the corners of your mouth are some of the darkest parts of your face. And as an illustrator, you could use a shortcut for that by just a little bit of a heavier line underneath the lip, underneath that lip, and a couple of dark lines at the corner of the mouth. It's a nice little shortcut for shadows. Because like I said, as an illustrator who's drawing a woman, you have to be very economic with your lines when it comes to a woman, because you don't have many to play around with without her losing her softness and femininity. All right, drawing session over. God damn it. I'm not your goddamn professor. Get the hell out of here. No, I'm kidding. You guys can ask me whatever you like. For the longest time, I thought to myself, I was going to make, for years I was going to make YouTube content. And I thought to myself, man, you can't make YouTube content teaching people how to draw or teaching people about art. You're barely a professional yourself. And then one day I had an epiphany. And I was like, you only need to be a few steps ahead of the next guy to show him or her how you walked. That's it. You don't have to have completed the journey, which by the way, you never do. In order to show somebody, you could teach people what you learned. You know, in video game terms, maybe you didn't beat the game, but you beat a level or you beat a boss. So maybe you can't do. So maybe you can't do a full walkthrough of the game, but you could show a person or two how you beat boss numero uno. Okay, I stuck around for learning about the truck stop lady. She seemed nice, but I gotta run. Thanks, MB. Wow, I think I may have taught MB something. MB, who's an incredible artist in his own right, he just posted a Studio Ghibli piece in the art channel of the Discord, if anybody's curious. She'll wants to show him some love in there. I'm sure he'd be very appreciative. What's new with you, Elizabeth? Welcome back. I've been trying to make more art content, Elizabeth. Man, I had some coffee just now, and I feel it coursing through my body. You know when Thanos activates all the power stones? That's what it feels like. God, I gotta put the air conditioner on. YouTube basically told me today. I put out about a video a day for like a couple weeks. And YouTube basically today, when I signed on to the creator end of the platform, was basically like dance monkey dance. Because I got a bunch of views on one of my shorts. And YouTube was like, "You like what you see, fatso? Well then you better keep dancing. You like getting those views, you better make." Here, let me show you. I'll show you guys right now. Here. I don't know. I can probably show you guys my YouTube stuff. Here you go. All right. So first off, the short video I just dropped. It's my 5th. So it's a middling. It got 31 views in the first 2 hours. It's a medium. It's a 5 out of 10. That's fine. But here. Oh, YouTube says, "Congratulations on 5,000 subscribers." Thank you. But here, look what happens when I go to analytics. Look what happens when I go to analytics. Here, look at this. First off, look, I got 100,000 views. I got 100,000 views in a month. I had a really big day. One day I got 20,000 views in a day. You know, sorry. So I had a couple big days for my channel, right? Normally I only get a few hundred views, and then every now and then I get a few thousand views depending on the day. But this one really hit, which is great. I made $20. I made $20. Anyway, but here's what I'm getting at. Your hard work really paid off. Publishing more videos helped your channel get 393% more views than usual. I'm like, well, why is that, YouTube? I'll tell you why, baby. Why your views are higher than usual? You publish more videos, driving more channel views. So basically what YouTube's saying is, you better work, boy. You work for me. You're YouTube's hoe now. You're my bottom bitch. You make the content, you get the views, you get the likes. Here's $20. Go fuck yourself. $22, buy yourself a latte. Now, you know, the problem is with that. I'll show you, you know, fuck it, I'll show you. Why not just show you my whole analytics as a creator? As a small bean creator. I'll show you. So here's what my CPM is. Okay, so my CPM is this. $4.47, which is about what you'd expect from an art channel. Playback CPM means effective playback based per mil. It's basically CPM means per mil. They don't mean a million, they mean 1,000. CPM, I don't know what you should actually translate that to, but it basically means how much ad revenue you make per 1,000 views. So if someone watches my video about 1,000 times, right? I make $4.47. Now, you might be thinking like, oh wait, hold on a second. In this one, it said you got 100,000 views, baby. I did. So you're like, well, all right. Well, that's, well then judge by, this over here. Then that means 1,000 people watched your video 100 times. That's give or take what that means. By that logic, you should have made $447. I did not. As you could see, I made $22. That's because I make shorts content, and shorts content creators don't get paid. You get paid a pittance of money when you get like 3 million views on your short. The people that make that kind of money on YouTube content are long form. So I'll give you an example. If I had YouTube videos that were like maybe like 8 to 10 minutes long, and I was getting I got 100,000 views on those videos, then I would have made, $400 or $500. But because I'm doing YouTube Shorts, no money's for me. But that's okay, because first off, I like making shorts, honestly. And second off, it is growing my platform, which is cool. Yeah, no, I mean that dude Geck hanging out. That dude found this place from shorts. So I'm into it. I dig it. Do I wish I was getting paid though? Yes. Yes, I do. Am I going to stop making content though because I'm not? No. I'm keep going. I think in a weird way, and by the way, this is in my life, this is one of the first times I could ever say this earnestly. I think with some of my content that I'm making, I'm actually, dare I say it, helping people. Ooh, just got the chills. Something's wrong in the universe. I wasn't, check my notes, hurting people. I was helping them. Are you sure you got the right guy? That's mad. Hey Geck, where are you from, buddy? I feel like you do long time lapse video. You're right. I know I did. I made this video. I'm not going to show you guys the whole video. But here, if you go to content, I made a diss. Let me mute it. Where's my button? Mute. There we go. So I made a 6-minute, 40-second long video. Am I allowed to like my own videos? Is that rude? I feel like that's rude. But in 2 days, and don't get me wrong, I did my best to break down my whole process for this piece. So in the 6 minutes, I talked about the course of action I took to get to where I got to it in the end here. And I gave various tips and talked about my line art and talked about all kinds of things. But it got 76 views. It got 76 views. I'm gonna tell you something that I only recently discovered on YouTube. YouTube, they have split the YouTube algorithm in half. So if you watch shorts content, YouTube won't generally speaking, YouTube. So Gek, I'm from the UK. Oh, nice. Good evening. Good evening from the UK. I mean, good evening to the UK from New York City. So if you guys make short form content on YouTube Shorts, and then you make long form videos, YouTube broke the platform up in two. So you won't see those recommendations together. So there's actually a bunch of YouTube Shorts content creators that I follow. It never shows me their stuff. Wow, it doesn't even show me short. I watch YouTube Shorts, but check this out. Wow, hang on, one more screenshot. So here, this is what I'm getting. So Game of Thrones content, some music stuff, plant stuff, because I love plant stuff, lo-fi stuff. Welcome to learn digital painting, studying art while developing your style. So obviously from this, you clearly see what I get. I listen to music. I listen to Game of Thrones stuff. This guy, Optimus, YouTube Shorts, it sucks. YouTube Shorts sucks. Here we go. We got some Dave Filoni stuff, more plant stuff, more art stuff, more serial killer stuff. 3 Haunted High School, Enchanted Forest Music and Ambience, Floating Garden Lo-Fi Chill, Solving a Massive Water Problem at the Ghost Town. I've got a Japanese Lo-Fi, House of the Dragon, plant stuff, Lo-Fi stuff, more music, The Averett Brothers. Anyway, now you guys, I'm really peeling back the curtain. You guys are really seeing what I'm watching in my free time. Guys, there isn't any shorts here. There's no shorts here, dude. I watch shorts all of the time on my phone. YouTube Shorts. Tobey Draws. Hey, Tobey. Tobey. Let me see in my... Yeah, sorry.
Everyone is gonna die.
Yeah, no, sorry.
YouTube's going to be putting in ads into their short videos.
Get out of here, me. I don't want to hear your stupid voice. Surprisingly normal section. Wait, what do you guys think I was doing? Have you thought of putting your long streaming videos on a separate channel? You know what it is? I don't want to do the work, man. I don't want to do the work, and I do want to have the videos available to people who do want to watch them. I mean, listen, that's not a bad idea, Scooby, but think about what it would take to launch an entirely secondary channel for the one that I already have, which is still incredibly small. Like, I only just hit 5K followers on YouTube, which is, again, nothing. Time to hire someone off Fiverr. Listen, if I was one of those giant YouTube channels, you know the ones that have like hundreds of thousands of viewers, those guys are making enough bank. They hire all kinds of editors, they hire marketing people, they hire social media people. So the machine is just going. It's just going, baby. They just record, they send it off to the editor chops it up, makes their voice look nice. I'm over here listening to my voice like, all right, you know, this is me listening back to my voice. All right, first off, your voice sucks. Is there any way you could make your voice sound not like your voice because it sucks? Second off, can you stop breathing while you're talking? Is there any way you could just like not breathe? And also, how many uhs and ums are you gonna put in there, stupid? Man, there's nothing worse to listening to myself back while I'm recording a video, a long form video. At least when I'm doing short content, I'm only recording a 15-second long video, so I could bang that out easy. I'm basically just talking about what kind of art I'm doing. So for this piece, I could already, like this piece, the short's gonna write itself. You know, I could Imagine the short. Here. I'll show you guys. For any of you guys who watch my shorts content or my Instagram reels or my TikToks, the video's gonna start like this. How many of you guys like plants? Okay. How many of you guys like big titty plant ladies? Yes? Does that more better? Well, then let me introduce you to Poison Ivy, the queen of plants herself. You get a little bit of column A and you get a lot of column B. Get it? All right, that's it. Bye. I'm like, boom. That's a YouTube short right there. But for long form content, it's rough, dude. It's like, all right, well, I have to fill up a fucking 10-minute window here. I better be giving people something worthwhile. And I do, right? Just the same way, like I was describing to everybody earlier how I draw a woman's face versus how I draw a man's face. And what are some tips and tricks that I think would work? God, man, you guys should have seen me. You guys should have seen me recording this weekend, trying to make that long form content about the lady I drew. Talk really slowly. You should watch more art channels. Dude, I watched man, did you not just see my fucking thumbnail? It wasn't all art channels, but it was a lot of art channels. In the first in the top 8 recommendations, at least 2 or 3 of them were art channels. You saying that one of the things that I enjoyed a lot about your shorts was how relatable and welcoming your voice was. Aw, Geck. That's really sweet, man. You know what it was? I found that there's a bunch of artists who they sound like professors, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. But I think I don't love the professorial. I don't love the professorial voice. The firm yet authoritarian. And now open your books to page 68. Today we're going to be learning the anatomy of a fish. No. Pencils down. You shan't draw this fish till you could name all of its bones. Hey Toby, wasn't it all nature movies? No, my content, the content that I watch on YouTube is art, plants, lo-fi music, and horror movies. Dude, you can only watch listen, man, you can only watch the art channels on YouTube for so long. Sometimes you just want to have a little fun. But I watch Ergo Josh, I watch Ethan What's His Face, I watch Lucid Pixels, Ergo Josh, Trent Caligula, Mark Brunette. There's a bunch of, I'm just naming those guys off the top of my head. I watch Daniel Ward Johnson's videos, Todd Nocta's comic art videos, the YouTube channel Visa, VZA. They record all kinds of comic book artists doing their thing. Very handy. But thanks a lot, Geck. Geck saying a nice thing about my voice being welcoming. I do want to, you know what, man? If there's one thing I can accomplish making videos and hanging out with you guys and streaming, if there's one thing I can accomplish, I'd like it to be helping to dispel the rule, or not the rule, the false notion that art is like this ethereal thing. I feel like, I don't know if it's culturally or what. People who can't or don't draw, they got in their heads that people that can draw are some, like, we were blessed. Like, our parents found some kind of well, or there was some kind of fey creature that was like, yes, let us give you our blessings. Your child will be an artiste. When really it's like, no, it's a combination of compulsion and trauma. Emotional, add a splash of emotional instability. Some coping mechanisms or lack thereof. There you go. Wanting to spend too much time by yourself. And now you have an artist. But really, it's just practice, man. It's just practice and dedication. But like good practice, not bad practice. There is such a thing as bad practice. And if you're wondering what bad practice is, I say it to you like this: imagine if you're drawing a hand, but you're drawing a hand the wrong way, and you continue to draw the hand the wrong way, and you do this for years. You could be like, I practiced drawing hands for years. I'm like, your hands look terrible. It's like, well, this is how I was practicing. It's like, well, you practiced drawing the wrong way for fucking thousands of hours. But yeah, so if you're taking notes, write that down. Not all practice is created equal. That's a lesson to be learned, that I had to learn. Stop. Now we will have artists to compete with. Put in some cheesy story about reading comics as a kid and always drawing. Man, that is like, Yoji, that is the default comic book artist's origin, isn't it? And then one day I just picked up an issue of Jim Lee's X-Men, which I did. And then I started drawing. Well, it's like, hey, dickhead, that's everybody. Hey, you just described, hey, you know what you described? You described everybody. Everybody did that. That's a default template for all professionals. Oh, don't people who say you're naturally gifted. Well, some people do have a natural predilection. Like, there are some people who do have natural capabilities, but that doesn't mean that they're going to be, that just means that they've got a little bit of a leg up. But a little bit of a leg up isn't everything. Because you can easily catch up to and surpass those people. There was a dude I went to high school with whose art was incredible, man. I wish I could draw like this guy. And then years later, I saw some of the work that he was posting. He never got better. I mean, he was still good for a high schooler who had been drawing a couple of years. But like, I'm talking about like, I'm not talking about the subjective nature. I'm talking about like the craftsmanship, right? His anatomy, his foreshortening, his perspective, his use of positive and negative space, that kind of stuff. The stuff that you like learn. The stuff that you have to like train for. Never got better. He just kind of stayed the same. So, you know, does having a natural gift for it? Yeah, no, listen. Some people do have it. Some people do have that gift. And it does give them a bit of a leg up. But unless they work, man, you could outpace them. You could outpace them. I knew a girl who was a shitty artist, then went to art school and doesn't do anything with art after paying all the time and money for an overpriced art school. Is she still crap, or did she get good? Or she was shitty after art school? Because that's... woof. Imagine still being bad at art after... Except, you know, you're bad at art, except now you're bad at art and $100,000 in debt. It was shitty then, and it looks sort of shitty now. If I had to guess, man, I would peg that on... Here's the deal with art school, man. Art school... When you're a kid, right, and you're in school, your parents force you to do the work, your teachers force you to do the work and force you to go to school. But when you're taking art classes in college, nobody's Nobody's pressuring you. Like, yeah, the teacher can fail you, you could flunk out. But if you choose to do the bare minimum, to just skate on by, right? Your teacher offers you assignments to work on, trying to give you critical and, you know, important feedback, tells you how you can best improve as an artist. And if instead of like taking those notes and actively trying to implement them and work on them, you said, fuck it, I'm just gonna keep doing the bare minimum, and you just kind of skate your way through art school like it's a chore, you're screwed, man. The only person you're screwing is yourself. You know, I sound like an old man, but yeah, no, the only person you're cheating is you. I saw this happen back when I was in college, and I didn't even go to school for I didn't even go to school for art. I went to school for graphic design, but it was the same stuff. You know, you watch teachers, you watch professors try to help, try to give people a leg up, try to say, oh, okay, well, your design is, I like your design concept, but I think it would be better if it did this, this, and this. And, you know, they blow them off, do their own thing, piss off, fuck around, barely show up. It's like, well, listen, at the end of the day, it's your money. It's your money or your parents' money that's being wasted. Because that teacher still, you know, your professor's still getting paid, and the other students there who are actually learning and getting better, they're doing A-okay, man. The only person who's getting screwed here is you. Her thing was this fake lighting thing where she would make the edges dark and lighter in the middle. Ugh. That's only good if you're doing like a candlelit piece, and that's very tricky, Yoji. Center lighting in a darkened room is tough, man. You really have to know your shit. Like, you really have to know the contours of the faces, the contours of the body, and the texture. The only piece I have that I can point to that's even a little bit like that is probably, I don't generally do that lighting because it's very hard. And you know me, I like to take it easy, baby. Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. I don't know where people are at in this chat, but how many of you went to art school and did higher education in art? Yeah, what Gex says. How many of you guys went to art school? Yo, did you go to art school? Yo, I know you're a fucking animal, but were you an animal in art school, or did you learn to be an animal in the streets, the mean streets of Maryland? Oh, here we go. Here's the image I was talking about. So here, I decided to make Dr. Doom's cape metals glow metallic. Kind of metallic, kind of ethereal, right? Which is not easy. I did use reference for this because I wanted to know how light hits metal and how it refracts metal, but also how it lights and underlights a metallic face, but also how it lights. You see how the light on his cape is it's a very dull light versus the more reflective aspect of his face, but it's not as reflective as the gold itself. It's also reflecting within a little bit of the inside because light refracts, so it's also reflecting off the inside of his cowl, his hood, as well. But again, center underlit light is fucking hard. It's not fun. I did not make my life easier, but I thought I would pay off in the end, and I think I did an okay job. With that said, this would not be my default lighting for anything. No, give me like a side light. Give me some side light. Give me her rim light. Yeah, no, fucking no. Her light was all made up. Oh no. God, I should do a tutorial on lighting and how. Be careful, man. Lighting can make or break your piece, dude. If you don't know where your light is coming from, you know what? Here, I'll do a quick little. You guys know all this shit, so I don't need to tell you, but. Here, let's put the light behind her. Let's put the light to the right behind her head. Ooh, I'm a light source. Look at me. So that light going over there, you know this whole side over here is going to be not in complete darkness, but you know the light, you know where the light's hitting, man. You know the light's going to be hitting over her shoulder. It's going to be hitting the back of her hand, right? So this part of the hand. At this point, you have to use all your brain power, or at least most of it, to do a combination of two things. Figure out what the light is hitting, where it is in relation to her, and it's going to be a little bit tough if you've never done this before, because you're going to have to be you're going to have to think in 3 dimensions. Because even if it's back there, if the light moves over one, then the light is going to move over here too, right? So whereas her face might have been completely obstructed before, well, now it's going to be hitting bits of her face that stick out. Because again, her face exists in, you might not see it, but her face exists in 3 dimensions. All right, maybe a little under her eyes hit, maybe a little bottom part of her eyelid. Right, but this place is that's a pretty flat plane, and maybe the side of her cheek is hit, maybe the under a little bit of this eye, maybe a little bit of that, maybe a little bit of, right? So you see, like, as the, you know what, you know who could illustrate this point for me a little bit better? My old pal, Mr. Handy. Guys, it's Mr. Handy. Here, let's use the female planar face. All right, nice. You know, let's get rid of let's turn these two, let's leave that light on. All right, you see what I mean now? You see what I mean? Where the light's behind and it hits the side of the nose and part of the face, but see, look at what I've done. Let me see if I can move the light on a little bit more. See, look what I've illustrated, right? Versus what's seen. And the only reason why I know how to do this, right? Maybe it's a little bit stylized on my part as well, is because all artists do this. I'm not some fucking special fucking guru. Every professional artist you know knows how to do this. I've just memorized the planes of the face. That's all. It sounds fucking, it almost sounds stupid when I say that. Here's all you gotta do is just memorize human anatomy. It just comes with practice, right? You don't need to memorize how to spell your name anymore. You know how to do it because you fucking practice it a fucking 100 million times. I mean, not that many, but you catch my drift. Once you've done something over and over and over and over and over again, you know what the planes of the face look like, where they are, and how they interact with light. So yeah, and there's an even more simplified version of this. Get out of here, discard. Go to heads. Here, flat planar head, and this is the most simple. This is the simplest version of it. Like, this is head shape number 1. Like, this is but like, you know, you learn, you get better. Get the fuck out of here. Discard that scene. And then, you know, you get some more complex stuff. I'm at a point where I want to go forward to art, but I feel like I need some higher art education to better my knowledge and chances to make it, or I should do a course focus on one or another. It depends. I will say this, it really does depend on how far along you are in your journey. Because if you're past a beginner level, yeah, you're gonna need more intense, highly focused tutorials. Yeah, so a person who's been drawing, a person who's been making art for years, but is still on the, the intermediate or still newer side, but a lot of the fundamentals, you might need like, listen, if you were taking an illustration class in college and you took and passed illustration 101, why would you take it again? You wouldn't. You'd move on to illustration 102 and so on and so forth. Same thing applies, even if you're not at school. Same thing works. You just got to find whatever illustration 102 is for you. And you know what, that will directly tie into what you want to do with your art. So like, are you a comic book artist? Are you a manga artist? Are you a concept artist? Storyboard artist? Do you want to be an animator? Like, what's your deal? Where do you want to go? It's like you're at fucking Hogwarts, baby. What house you going into? And yeah, once you sort that out, it'll be that much easier to figure out what the next step is. Like I said, if you're a concept artist, then, well, you know what, man? Are you environmental? Are you going to be like environmental design? Are you on the character design end of it? I'm still trying to figure it out. All right, well, listen, we'll just, in the meantime, just see if you can hone in on something that you like. This drawing doing the Dark Phoenix pose. You're a Dark Phoenix pose. I want to be making characters for games long term. Well, then, there's a bunch of YouTube creators out there that focus in on that stuff. There are a few ex Blizzard employees on YouTube. There's a guy that used to work for Riot, and like everybody in between. They'll teach you what's up. Coldburger used to work at Riot. I don't know Coldburger. Who's that? Cool name. I'm not letting myself because I'm still trying different styles, techniques, and everything. Last I heard, he was at Blizzard. Do I know Coldburger? Did I just forget? Dude, I was reading this article that like people post COVID they've got like Fago brain, like their brain is just mush. Some days I feel like my brain is just in the trash, man. Like I've got sewer mind. Not because I'm thinking dirty thoughts, because that's normal, but like my brain is just mush on the side of the road. Ooh, Eric talked about him before. He's good, but a bit of a dick. At the minute, I'm like a kid in the candy shop trying to get the taste of freestyle. As you should. Uber mods from. How's Uber doing, man? I know Uber wanted to get into concept and art and game design. Uber designed some excellent environmental spaces back in the day. Haven't seen him since last year. Uber's a good dude, man. Hard working. Dude lives in Kuala Lumpur. Learn how to speak English. Dedication, baby. Probably drinking that cat poop coffee. I forgot about that. For those of you who know, there's a coffee that's made there that the beans go through a cat's intestinal tract, and they go the same way you think, man. Yeah, so the beans are fed to a cat. Cat duties them out. They take the beans and then they roast those beans, and that's the coffee. Now you might be asking yourself, why the fuck would anyone? Don't look at me, man. It's really expensive too. Cat doo-doo coffee is really pricey, man. It's the same thing. It's like, hey, you want to have some of this shark fin soup? You're like, no, I do not. I have tried it. You tried cat doo-doo coffee? No, you fucking didn't, dude. Are you serious? Scooby made some himself by feeding all the local stray cats in the neighborhood coffee beans every day. It took him a few weeks, but he was finally able to brew a cup of his own. But shark fin has no taste. Cat poop coffee. Cats have toxoplasma. They do. For those of you who don't know, you can catch toxoplasmosis from a cat scratch. It's why they make sure they're pregnant. One of the many reasons why they make sure pregnant people stay far and away from cats. Toxoplasmosis is not something to want to catch. It screws with your brain. Actually makes you act incredibly impulsively. I joined the Discord. Hey, get gecked. It's gecking time. Thanks for joining the Discord. Yeah, people usually post lots of memes in here. Look at all these new Discord friends. We're making friends. It's like a Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, only with more tits and ass. Because that's what that show was missing. It's like, yeah, this show is alright, but could it look more like an 80s hair metal video? I need more teased hair and spandex. You know, where men dress like men. And by that I mean they dress like women. What's that line? You guys watch Peacemaker? Here, I think I found the clip. You know, this is back when men were real men. Because they weren't afraid to be women. Here, let me show you guys. Let me show you guys the clip. You know, I'm just gonna have to show you that. I'm just gonna have to show you the cutout. You know, this is back when men were real men, because they weren't afraid to be women. And when you look at some of the guys from those 80s hair metal bands, skin tight spandex, skin tight leather, high heels, big teased hair, lipstick, nail polish. Thanks, yes, thanks again for joining the Discord. My goodness. Dude, this looks like... Yoji, look at this. This looks like I'm at a... This looks like I'm at a drag show, man. But remember, these are metalheads. Oh my god, dude, that's oh fuck, that's dick bulge in that guy's pants, man. Dude, I'm seeing this guy's full shaft down his leg. Oh my god. These look like, it looks like somebody raided their aunt's wardrobe. Hilarious. Poison and Motley Crue are worse. Oh, what we're looking at is Quiet Riot. You know, bum, 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 bang your head. Yeah. I'm going to post a drawing I did in Discord. I never shared my art before, so a bit nervous. Nah, go for it, man. Ooh, Plague Doctor with tentacles coming out of its robe. Love that. I'm going to pin that. Great job, Paladine. It's a good prompt. Hey, Gek. First time Gek sharing their art. Oh, I'm watching the video. Hey, Ahsoka. Ooh, Ahsoka. White Saber Ahsoka. Well done, Gek. Nice rug, too, by the way.
Bang, bang, you're the best.
Dark Avenger 902. Thanks, bud. They must have done something right, because Tommy Lee's worth $40 million still? Oh god, what a scumbag, man. Yo, did you see the Pammy and Tom video? Not the video, we all saw that. The made for TV series, the Hulu series. With the girl that played Cinderella in that one movie. I don't know who she is, and Sebastian Stan is Tommy Lee. She did an excellent Pamela Anderson. That scumbag that had Pam and Heather at their prime, along with other models. God. Hair metal. Is he even that good a drummer? Yeah, she looked pretty close to Pamela in makeup. She's a brunette. You're welcome, Gek. Hey, Gek, did you watch Clone Wars? The show, I mean. He's a pretty good drummer. Not the best, though. Well, you know the thing is, man, oftentimes the best, you know, they don't even make it. For all we know, the best drummer of all time is somebody who died in his mom's basement, you know, in obscurity. You know, like a real Van Gogh type. Die poor, alone, no notoriety, thinking your life was wasted. I haven't gotten too far in it. Ahsoka is one of my favorite characters in Star Wars. Hollywood income cap for poor middle class people. Huh? The drumming upside down at their concerts was quite the gimmick, though. Listen, gimmicks work, man. Remember, dude, remember Avatar, not the last Airbender, not the good one, but the Avatar 3D movie. It was like the first 3D movie, major one that came out. And people were like, the movie's in 3D. We gotta see it. We gotta see this movie. Movie makes like $2 billion. 20 years later, they're like, let's make another one. And a fifth one. It's like, who the hell was asking for a sequel to that? I don't know if you play it, but there's a Star Wars game called Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes that I play religiously. No, I didn't know that there was a. What type of game is it? The movie was shot in 3D, unlike most of the time, and even now, which is done post-process. I mean, listen, it was quite the spectacle at the time. I remember I left that theater wowed. But you know, then the 3D craze passes. People start making sense again. I still like 3D. Yeah, but Yoji, do you like 3D enough to buy a 3D TV like those lunatics were doing? Yoji, I like 4D, dude. If I'm gonna go to a theater like that, they still do 3D shows everywhere, but if I'm going to a show also, by the way, I wear contact lenses. Contact lenses suck, man. I mean, I have to wear contact lenses if I'm going to a 3D movie because I hate wearing glasses over my glasses. You know how much that sucks? It's like, all right, we're going to a 3D movie. All right, here, put these 3D glasses over your glasses. It's like, oh, god damn it. You spin me right round, baby, right round, like a record, baby, right round, round, round. This is one of the gayest songs I've ever listened to, and I say that in a purely complimentary way. When that guy's singing, "I want your love, love," might be the gayest note in all of musical history. It's fucking awesome. This song, I'm listening to it in my headphones right now. But I feel like if I was a gay dude and I wanted some dude to like pound me in the butt, I'd put this song on. It's a game where you collect a character to build teams that help you obtain more advanced characters like Yoda and Obi. You got a 3D projector? How the hell does that work? It's got a competitive aspect as well. Wow, so you could you do like mobile multiplayer? It's really good if you like Star Wars and you really enjoy it. Gek, I believe you, dude, but I am a junkie, man. I mean that like quite literally. Not anymore these days, but I have a addictive personality. So when it comes to a game like that, I get sucked in. I fall for all the gimmicks. I fall for all of the like dopamine hits. We're like, all right, well, you just need to collect this one more thing to unlock this thing, which will make you need to collect more things to get this other thing. Dude, 100%, man. Dude, I think I spent like, over the course of a couple of years, I think I spent $500 on Pokemon Go. To like, you know, to do like the events, participate in the events, to participate in all kinds of challenges and shit. Such a disgusting, like, it's not a proud moment, but I buy into that stuff, man. So I can't be a mobile, I can't get stuck in the mobile game arena. Most projectors do 3D. Don't feel bad. Supposedly XQC lost 500 million in online slots. Holy shit. Dude, how is that legal on here? Like, you can't crack open a can of Miller High Life. I think you get in trouble with that on Twitch, right? Like, you're only able to do like you could have a couple of cocktails, but if you have too many, you'll get in trouble, right? You can't show up to Twitch blackout drunk, right? You're gonna get put on the naughty list, right? You can't show, God forbid you show too much skin on the platform, you get on the naughty list. You can't, I think you're not allowed to get so high either that you get in trouble too. Actually, I think I think like the weed stuff is also like, you know, you have to do that discreetly as well. But when it comes to gambling on this platform, Twitch for some reason is like, yeah, I guess gambling's okay. It's like, hold on. It's like, you know, gambling is also a horribly debilitating addiction. Dude, people have lost their jobs, lives, homes. Yeah, no, dude. Dude, gambling addiction is fucking, it's serious. It's real, man. It's a grind of a game, but it's fun. No, listen, I love some games, but I know I gotta be really weary when it comes to mobile games like that, because I will get sucked in like a black hole. I bet it's awesome. I just can't control myself, man. The same way I can't just have one beer, same way I can't just be like, all right, just a couple of rounds of this mobile game, because I'll be playing that shit in the car, at the dinner table, watching TV, when I should be drawing. You know, I should be drawing, I should be working, I should be doing commissions, I should be making YouTube videos. Instead, I'm like, yeah, but I gotta catch this Pokemon. Gotta catch this fucking Pokemon. This Pokemon ain't gonna catch itself, though. My next door neighbor stole 20K from her mom and lost it all gambling. Until there is heat on Twitch, it will keep going. And then they'll probably create slots of a gambling channel. Trainwreck is down $20 million. Those guys are sponsored by the gambling company, so their losses are offset by them. Right, no, apparently I had heard that a lot of these gambling companies, they sponsor XQC and they give them a certain amount of money that they could fuck around with. Well, it's all, well, like we were talking about before, it's all dopamine, man. All of it, man. Did you know that they did an MRI or an fMRI on addicts versus non-addicts, and they were looking at alcoholics specifically, and they found that when an alcoholic imbibes, right, when they consume alcohol, their brain reacts to it differently from non-alcoholics. So they're literal, like the receptors in the brain, they release dopamine and serotonin, oxytocin, and the brain just literally behaves differently compared to other people. I'm assuming it's not all that dissimilar with other addictions. It's weird how much Twitch has changed over a period of 3 to 4 years. Break it down for me. 2-0, give me that breakdown, baby. Give me that breakdown, baby. Baby, here he goes. Baby too woke. He's putting his diaper on. He's putting his baby shoes on. He's baby too woke. He's a Twitch baby and he's here to tell us a tall tale. He also runs ads saying you won't win and numbers for Gamblers Anonymous, but he still gambles, full well knowing is detrimental to his ears. Yeah, no, that's bullshit, dude. That doesn't stop anyone, man. Dude, look no further than cigarettes. Everybody has known for decades now that cigarettes are poison. You will get cancer. You will die a horrible death. Your breath will be stolen from your body. And yet, people are like, yeah, light me up, baby. That's what Two Oak says as he's smoking his baby cigar in the crib. Where are these Twitch hoes at? Is what Two Oak says. Where are these Twitch slags? It used to be Fortnite was the thing. Ninja was the biggest streamer. Oh my god, I forgot about Ninja. Old Tyler Bevies. That dude sucks now. Nobody watches that dickhead anymore. He had brand deals, man. He was in commercials. Like major brand deals. Like he had his own like pair of Nikes or whatever. Ninja was... It used to be Fortnite was the thing. Ninja was the biggest streamer on Twitch. Now it's e-girls like ammo, old ammo bags, she has some of the fakest lifeless breasts I've ever seen in my entire life. Gex says he still plays Fortnite. What are his numbers like? Whoa, Bevins gets 200k views per stream. Is that true? What's the doc doing? What kind of numbers is the doc putting up? Slots players like XQC. Yeah, no, dude, Twitch has gotten real degenerate, dude. Essentially, you're walking into a whorehouse with slot machines, dude. What the hell, man? Listen, it's definitely my kind of party, but my goodness. TwitchCon is going to be so different. 2019 was the last year Fortnite was big. Now it's the Chatterbait ripoffs who are big. I remember when he was just a participant on the Raj Patel show. Yeah, Ninja fell off. Now it's all the hot tub ladies and gamblers. That's why TwitchCon is going to be super parasocial this year. Two Oak is talking about a parasocial relation. Notice me! Avenge me! Pop quiz hotshot. Who said that famous avenge me line? Just like in the cadence that I did. Double pop quiz hotshot. Who is the character to first utter the term pop quiz hotshot? No cheating now. Oh, so Two Oak is talking about parasocial relationships. And I believe in the context that he means the parasocial relationships between streamers, aka content creators, and their viewership, their audience. His name is John Amore. He had a medium schlong, but he did what he could. He did the best he could with his medium schlong. John Amore, the John Amore story. Michael was the one who made the point first. I remember his rant about Twitch thoughts taking over Twitch. Dennis Hopper, speed. Look at Yoji. Yoji's got it. Yoji nailed it. The Avenge Me was uttered by the Green Goblin as portrayed by Sir Willem Dafoe in Spider-Man 2 to Mr. Jameson Franco. Gex says, about 2 years ago, Me and my friends made a cult in her chat that got us banned. I'm pretty sure to this day, if you write freak, you can get banned. Good for you. Powerful. John Amore, how art thou, friend? John Amore, when are you making your next YouTube video? And also, what is it going to be about? I'm not asking because I'm interested. I'm asking so I can steal your YouTube video ideas. My next YouTube video is already recorded. Gasp. It's about making a webtoon banner. Oh. That'd actually be really helpful. That's actually, for somebody who wants to create a webtoon, that's good. Also, probably really very searchable. Oh, dude, John, that's... Oh, fuck, John. That's what they call... You know, that's what they call...
Evergreen content.
That's what they call it, baby. Evergreen content, baby. Damn, baby. Hot dog. I hope it does well. Well, it might not do well right off the bat, John, because something like a video like that, that video is for the search algorithm. You know, so you're gonna want to get your keywords right on that one, Johnny boy. But what's great about a video like that isn't how it does today. For those of you who don't know, in the YouTube game, there's a few different ways in order for your channel to make views and rank. First off is ranking high in the search query. Second off is showing up in someone's recommended feed. Another one is, you know, having a, suggested content, which means either that it's recommended as you're watching another video, your videos pop up in the next up bar, or when you open up the dashboard itself, one of your videos thumbnails are at the very top. That's way number one. But the search method is primarily what they call evergreen, because this means that years after you've created this content, someone out there is searching for the very thing that you made ages ago, and it still holds up and still worthwhile to them even today. Which for artists, comic book artists, manga artists, that might be something along the lines of, how do I draw eyeballs, manga style or comic book art style, or what's the best way to draw hands? Those kinds of videos, so long as the video is good, over time, that's when they grow, baby. So you might not see numbers for a few weeks, even maybe a few months, but that's a long haul video, man. What's your next one gonna be? I think I'm honestly gonna chop up this video stream. Yeah, I think I'm gonna chop up this video stream because I just did a breakdown, John, about the minimal versus the minimal lines used. Look at this. So I was highlighting a couple of things. First off, the shape language between sketching a woman and a man, and how to utilize the curvilinear nature of a woman's contours to portray even to the silhouette that she's a woman, and how it's the opposite for a man. For a man, we're talking very block shape language. And again, think of the silhouette. And then my other point was, for a man, you can add lots of lines to his face, and it doesn't really do much to dissuade you from his masculinity. If anything, it might make him more masculine. However, the opposite is true when sketching a woman. When sketching a woman, generally speaking, you want to use as minimal lines as possible to maintain her femininity. And I highlighted that by adding the same kind of lines to the woman's face that I did the man. So we got brow ridge lines, under eye lines. I added some small wrinkles on either side of her nose, which most people get when they get a little older. These are the exact same lines I added to the male character. But the male character, if anything, it made him more distinguished. Added to his masculinity, to his features. For the woman, not exactly. I want to take some credit for Trucker Face Woman. She's brilliant. Trucker Face, old Trucker Face. So I think that whole video, by the way, is being recorded by my webcam as we speak. So I'm gonna probably just, yeah. What I might do is I might just cut it up straight from the stream, because I don't know if you know this, but I'm recording my entire feed here of me sketching. I'm recording that. Yeah, so everything that my hand does on this screen, and it's the whole screen, by the way, so you guys can't see it because it's cut off, but if you look at it, so like this whole shebang is being recorded so I can use this later. So I can use it to illustrate things. I could use it to illustrate whatever the hell it is I'm doing. And yeah, I think I might chop this up for less editing, John, because I think that's the easiest way to find new YouTube content or make new YouTube content if it's stuff I've already done. Is it Procreate that I use? Yes. Yes, Keck, it is Procreate that I use. Well, let's see. I'm gonna try later tonight to start editing out some of what I did. I might redo the voiceover to make it a little bit more concise rather than just take it directly from the stream. Because you know when you're streaming, there's lots of well, dude, John, check this out. First off, I want to brag a little bit. I want to brag, and also I want to lament, John. So you missed this. I was talking about this. First off, I hit 5,000 subscribers a couple days ago, so congratulations to me. Also, in the last 30 days, I hit 100K views, and just in the last 30 days, I hit 558 watch time hours. But John, these are shorts views, so they don't count financially. So I made $22. But also YouTube says this: your hard work really paid off. Publishing more videos helped your channel get almost 400% more views than usual. But what they're saying is this: why are my views higher than usual? And YouTube says,
you publish more videos, driving more channel views.
And it's ominous like that, because what they're telling you is make fucking videos. 32 videos in as many days, and that's what it's gonna take. Monkey make the content, or else monkey gets the whip. Use the shorts promo in your art shop. What do you mean the shorts promo? What do you mean my art shop? Do the shorts views count as WTH for the channel as a whole? Watch time hours? Yes. No. Yes and no. John, look at this. Shorts views, if you watch shorts from the Shorts app. So I'll give you an example. I'm sorry, that's not it. I'm sorry. Probably not the answer you want to hear. Look, so if you pull up the app and you go to the Shorts tab, and here we are, we're partying with Shorts, gang. Hey, that's my video. I'm gonna like my own video. I don't care anymore. I'm liking it. I'm gonna watch it all the way through. No, but seriously. So anything that's watched on your channel from this app, does not count as a view for watch time hours at all. However, John, if someone were to go to just youtube.com, here we go. Come on, load. Load, stupid. Here we got art video, a Kevin Feige video, a Wheatus video, a plant video, a disappearing video, a Game of Thrones. Now, every now and then, you'll get shorts content in here. The shorts content will not, I'm not talking about the shorts that appear on the shorts tab, because this is the shorts tab. Oh, you know what's so funny? This guy's stuff is never shown to me. I love this guy's stuff. This guy's stuff is never shown to me in the regular tab. But here, check this out, John. So if someone goes to your channel here and pulls up a short. Today we're doing it by the numbers. I believe, last time I checked, this counts as a view. Hey, if you like my work, check out my shop. Yeah. No, I will do that. Give the link to whatever you use to sell your stuff. Yeah, Tuok. The problem is, Tuok, I stopped selling my stuff. Like, I really gotta, Tuok, I gotta reopen my Etsy, start making prints again. I gotta finish my brush pack to sell on Gumroad. I gotta start promoting my Patreon. I've been very lazy in regards to making stuff to sell to people. Anyway, what are you lamenting exactly? Oh, John, the quickest way. Oh, John, the quickest way to 4,000 watch time hours, buddy. The quickest way to 4,000 watch time hours is live stream, dude. Dude, if you do a live stream, look, only I was looking at my analytics. Only about 100 people on average watch my live stream, give or take. Here, look. Average view count in the first 7 days. 93 average live stream viewers. Not the best, but what happens is, John, think about it, man. Even if you have 10 people watching the entire live stream that you do, and you live stream for 3 hours, right? All right, now you got 30 watch time hours. Did I do that right? Yeah. For one day. Now, if you stream 4 or 5 days a week, right? Well, now we're looking at maybe 150 watch time hours, right? Well, now you do that for 4 weeks out of the month. Hold up. Now we're talking about 600 watch time hours. And then if you do that every month, right? Like, it's like, oh shit, right? And that's if you do that on top of making other content. Like, you will hit it. It took me about a year to hit 4,000 watch time hours. The 100K subscribers is easy. Yeah, I'm definitely YouTube streaming. That's the plan. Yeah. You know, if you need to get over the hump for monetization, that's the quickest way to do it. Streaming is a shortcut. But you do have to you have to find people to watch. Oh no, but what I'm lamenting, John, is this. I was showing everybody this earlier. My CPM just went down. My CPM went down, but my CPM is about $4 to $5, which is CPM, which is, they say it here. It's a playback-based CPM, effectively playback-based cost per mil. Cost per mil means a cost per 1,000. It tells you how much advertisers pay per 1,000 monetized playbacks. So basically, if 1,000 people watch your video, you get $5 or $4. And what I was telling people earlier is like, wait a second, when you do that math, 100,000 views, you should have $400 or $500 for the month. I've got $20. What's the discrepancy? Shorts content does not pay. Shorts content does not bring in money. So to Two Woke's point, Two Woke brings up a good point where it's like, dude, if you've got 100,000 people, if you got 100,000 views, you should be utilizing those views to get people. All right, so if YouTube isn't paying you, find a way to monetize those views so that you're getting paid somehow. which is 100% correct. I should be promoting my brushes, my Patreon. I should be promoting, I don't have any courses yet, but like, you know, maybe one day I might want to do a schoolism or something like that course. I should be using either your t-shirt print shop, your Etsy, Patreon, whatever. Yes. He's right. He's 100% right. So I mean, maybe later I'll look at my hey, if you like this, check out my Patreon. Yep. I'm gonna have to add that tag. I'm gonna add that tag into the mix, baby. Her hair was too big. I had it dial it down a little bit. Her hair was so big it was like a woolly mammoth. Oh, but yeah, so John, I guess what I'm lamenting is if I had just made those damn long form content videos, I would have actually had 500 bucks. You know, I would have actually had the 400 or 500 bucks, which isn't a lot, but it's not nothing, man. You know, it's a couple bills, right? It's a couple of bills. Could be my camera that I broke. I didn't break. I mean, I don't know how it broke. My camera is broken. If you're wondering why I'm not on video, I'm not going to be on camera for the foreseeable future. Not indefinitely, but until I have money to buy a camera or fix this camera. It literally just stopped. The Sony broke. Yeah, no, here, check this out. So here, look. We've got, all right, channel 1 is still charging, but channel 2 is fully powered, right? So channel 2 is this guy. So this guy's fully charged up. So yoink. All right, so now I've got a fully charged battery here. I've got my Sony camera here. Let's pop it open. This is the same as I've always done. All right, click, it's in. I haven't dropped this or anything, right? It's the same condition it's always been, and beautiful, not a scuff on it. Now I go to turn it on. Nothing. It literally won't turn on. I've tried everything. I've tried different batteries. I've tried plugging it into the wall using a dummy battery. It won't. I get nothing. Not even not a light, not a, it's dead. It's dead as if it was fucking, like, it's bricked. And I have no idea how to fix it. And I definitely, this is a $400 camera. I can't just haphazardly replace it. And I bought it used, you know, a year or so ago, a couple of years ago. And it worked perfect, man. But no, it's dead. So I don't know how much it would even cost to replace. I mean, obviously not much it would cost to replace, but to fix, not a clue. So it's a bummer. But I mean, what the hell, you know, what am I going to do, man? Can't afford to buy a new one. Can't afford to fix this one. So those types of cameras aren't super durable. I mean, I know that now. Probably already has its wear and tear. You know, I actually looked at the wear and tear because you could actually check the camera for shutter clicks, because apparently the camera has a digital camera, like a single lens or a mirrorless. Their shutters have got a certain life expectancy. So you could actually see how many times somebody hit the shutter. And it actually wasn't, I was actually really, really happy when I saw how little the camera had been used. But no, it's brick, man. And then I'm like, do they have digital camera repair shops? They probably do, but it probably fucking cost you an arm and a leg. And it's like, well, then I thought, well, fuck, man. I'd have to like go in and try to get a, like an estimate, right? I'd literally have to be like, all right, what's the estimate for this repair? And I'm like, shit. I'm like, what are the odds that the estimate costs as much as the camera did? It's like, would I really want to spend, how many hundreds of dollars would I have to spend to fix a camera? Just have it either maybe break again or I don't know. Either a new DSLR or you could probably get a second Logitech. I do have a second Logitech, but I don't want to put that on, man. I have a second Logitech like this, but this camera sucks. It's really bad. I'd rather do no camera than have a shitty web camera on again. Look around. I fixed my AC for 30 bucks. It would have cost 250 to call someone, or 500 if I got unlucky and called some ripoff. Oh, so you think maybe I should do like a fix it yourself go? I mean, it's already broken, right? So I really don't have much to lose. Yeah, what am I gonna do? Break it further? I mean, yes, I can, but I mean, like, it's still whether or not I break it further or not, still same result. If I got a camera that doesn't work. You could. Some problems are common enough among certain electronics. I did try to look on iFixit, and they had a way to take it apart. So I found a video of somebody, or not a video, a step by step on how to take this apart, but nothing about like, oh, and here's how to solve this problem. It's like, no, here's how to take this apart, and good luck. It's like, well, I don't know what the fuck is wrong with it. Like, did something short out, or like, do you have to replace the like the motherboard or something? A6000s are super common, so there should be some. Yeah, no, but I got a A5100, baby. Yeah, see, I got an A5100. There it is. So actually, it's blurred out because of the stupid Logitech camera, but you get it. This season of Urban Animal will run into next year, so the YouTube will get a bump from that, I'm sure. Excellent. How much is how much is an A6000? How much do those cost? Yeah, an A6000 probably the more durable camera. 5100 is the cheaper model. Not surprised it went out. I think 5100 has a thinner back, so it heats up more. It does heat up more, actually. I had to leave the lens open. I mean, not the lens. I had to leave the LCD screen flipped open, so it wouldn't get so hot it shut off. Yeah, those budget Sonys have overheating problems. All right. Enough of these jazz hands. I'm gonna go grab the missus, and I've been on for 3 hours. You got your 3 hours. I don't want to see your face. I'm just tired of the whining. Yeah, this is the shut up. This is the get Dina Cola to shut up dono goal. All right, cutie bears. I'll see you guys mañana. Laters. Goodbye, John. Thanks for hanging out too, Will. Thanks for everybody who joined the Discord.